Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch. As we get into the middle of the trading week, we're hearing that Apple shares dropped on Tuesday following reports it could slash its iPhone 13 production targets due to the ongoing global chip shortage. And this chip shortage isn't just across the iPhone sector, it's actually going across production of vehicles as well, that we've seen in the past with Tesla and General Motors and Ford themselves saying that they are having worrying production outlooks for 2022 due to this chip shortage that's happened because of the pandemic. So the electronic giant had expected to make 90 million iPhones in the last quarter, which is happening at the moment, but now they're having to tell their partners and investors that the total will be lower by as low as 10 million units. So as I said, upon the opening of today's session, Apple shares were expected to drop just over 1%. So we'll see how that really impacts on the share price as well. And also I just want to pick up on a story I've been looking at. LG Electronics have agreed to reimburse General Motors up to almost $2 billion on recalls due to faulty batteries provided by an Asian supplier. So the problem with the battery is it's led automakers to recall every one of the electric cars that's been produced since 2016. So that's allegedly supposed to be more than $2 billion. So we'll see if those costs run into any further irregularities. So we'll see if one stock is going down and one is going up for Apple and General Motors. So Apple at the moment, just wanted to take a look at the daily chart, and with the Ichimoku indicator that I'm using at the moment, we're seeing that prices have fallen through the cloud, which indicates that the trend is now on the downside. And with doing that, as I said, with the market opening shortly, we'll see if that has another detrimental move to the downside to roughly below the 140 psychological handle, and this could obviously get back to the recent troughs that we've seen below 130 and towards 120 as well. Nothing too much on the RSI and the MACDs, the oscillators that we look at, most common oscillators as well, to see if we're going to have another bear run. Just looking at the intraday chart as well. Again, we're really heavily below the Ichimoku cloud, but it was quite thin, so it was quite easy to pierce, you could say, in this instance. But again, we're going to see what the opportunities are for the rest of the trading session when the market opens in a little while. Again, I'll just be looking at this kind of area here. If we're going to have another turn to the upside, excuse me, obviously this area about the 138 mark, the most recent low, will be very interesting if that can be broken, and then we'll see if we can have this well, you could say this V-shaped downward spiral back down to the 120 or the lower regions of $120. So that'll be very interesting in the near term as well. So things aren't really looking too great for Apple. You know, when they do release a new product such as the iPhone 13, which came out in September, we have to see that there was a lot of popularity for it, but now with the slowdown in production, we'll see if that hits the shares quite hard. And also on General Motors, the last time I looked on it, we had this descending channel that I've left in. We had a couple of breaks, but now, as you can see, we've broken this channel completely, and the bias is definitely towards the upside now, especially with this news about the reimbursement as well. It could mean that General Motors can really start manufacturing and putting out electric vehicles that can stand the test of time against its main competitors. You know, you have Tesla and over in Europe, Volkswagen and BMW that are really trying to push the electric vehicle change. So this will be quite interesting as well. On the 4-hour chart, not really too much else to shout about, really. Just looking to see how far this ascension is going to take the stock up to probably the 64, 65 range if we don't run out of momentum as well. As you can see here, the RSI is really running to the top end. So we'll see if that comes into a bit of exhaustion as well, which we can possibly still take an opportunity in the near term as well. So just a few things to keep an eye out for. And obviously this stock chip shortage that is going to probably keep running on at least until 2022, and we'll see how it affects other companies as well. So that's all from the Stockwatch today. Once again, thank you very much for tuning in, and any comments or queries, please feel free to add them to the post, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.